Hi, welcome back. Okay, this is a story about a bad supervisor, really bad. And I'm sure you've all experienced bad supervisors. You've got to do some revenge against them, and some of you did, some of you didn't. Harmless stuff. This was kind of harmless, but then again, it wasn't. We had a supervisor really bad. I mean, really bad. Nitpicky. He would write up us officers for things that we shouldn't have been written up. He should have just told us we were wrong, but he writes them up. It goes in our official package. That's not good, because down the road people will see that and go, why? Some of the people that see it go, why'd you do it? And other ones will see it, supervisor, go, why did he write this? This is stupid. So he kept doing that. Okay, well, our area had a large lake nearby and a lot of wild animals. Well, not wild animals. I think there might have been a couple of foxes there, mostly ducks, a couple of swans. And so we decided, we meaning there was 4 of us, had been kind of screwed over by this supervisor. He was going on a 3-day weekend. And we all have lockers, okay? And it was an area that just for sergeants, and it was an area for the rest of the guys. And of course they're all locked. Well, you know, we're police. We can find ways to get things open, okay? So he's gonna go, so he's gone, okay? And the lockers have, you know, they're vented, they have holes on top and everything. So a couple of us, I'll mention who it was, it was 4 of us, 4 conspirators, went down at like 2 in the morning, which the station's really quiet and nobody's out. Everybody's in the field working, there's nobody in the station, and we picked up 2 ducks. And we opened up this guy's locker, and in lockers, in the police lockers are, you know, like 6 or 7 uniforms, you know, they have backup uniforms, boots, usually 2 or 3 changes of civilian clothes, so if the officer, you know, can change, or sergeant can change when he comes home or whatever. A lot of personal equipment, you know, workout bag, you know, no guns, because they carry the guns later. It just is all just, you know, police equipment stuff. Bulletproof vests and all that. So we opened the locker, made a little space at the bottom, okay, put in some water, okay, and we even set up a system where we could add water if we wanted to, with a little hose from the back. Put food in there, and gave the 2 ducks a nice little place to stay for the weekend, okay. So we put them in there, locked it up, brushed everything with rags so there's no fingerprints, and it was left. Okay, well, it went pretty good for about a day until the ducks either ran out of water or ran out of food, because they were quiet in there. And I don't know if we got a male or female, we don't know. But after about 24 hours, they started making a lot of noise, and making noise. Other supervisors heard the noise, and first somebody was telling me later on they thought it was a rat stuck behind the lockers, and so they're pulling the lockers out. And they finally realized that something's in this guy's locker. Well, they didn't want to violate his privacy by opening the locker, even though we did. So they called him. He came in on a day off on a Sunday morning with his key. They opened up this locker, and I heard, this is all what I heard, because we were there, obviously. Apparently, we opened up that locker. These guys, ducks, wanted to get out of there, man. You know, so they just flew out of there, and of course, left behind a locker full of the most disgusting poop you've ever seen in your life, okay? Anybody that's seen ducks, whatever, it's gross, okay? And so apparently, you know, they urinated everywhere, and they pooped everywhere. They were flying inside the locker trying to get out, so everything's covered with poop. And of course, he went nuts on this. He called detectives in. He wanted the fingerprints done. He wanted photo. There was no cameras in the station, so there was no way you're going to find out who did it. He wanted everything dusted for prints. He wanted everybody. And our command officer came in on Monday morning. He goes, "We're not doing any of that. It's a prank, okay? They don't like you, so it's a prank." "Well, what a crime! They burglarized my locker room." My locker. He goes, "Not burglary. They didn't take anything, okay? There's no intent to take anything. It's a prank. You were pranked. Apparently, you did something they don't like. You might want to stop what you're doing. He don't know what you're doing. Captain, I'm not going to address what you did, but you should just be a little more professional, because these guys can do a lot of things against you that you can't stop. I can't stop it, okay? So just be aware of that." "Oh, that's not right." So he grumbled off, and we saw him and come at roll call. Before he'd be very aggressive at roll calls, and now he's very demure at roll calls. "Oh, how's it going, guys?" And you know, and all of a sudden he's a changed man, because I think he figured that we're going to get him again, okay? And it was funny. Apparently, they had to clean out the locker, and they had to, you know, his clothes some of it had to be thrown away, some of it had to be redone. It was a mess, and I thought it was great. We'd come in, dummy up, we'd come, "What's going on?" "Oh, somebody put a duck in his locker." "Really? That's horrible." "Oh, that's terrible." We just kept on going like it never happened. We were Academy Award winners. So just remember, your supervisors out there, people can get you once in a while, as long as it's not a crime. This wasn't a crime. It was just something funny. I thought it was pretty funny at the time. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Short story. We'll get better stories here, or more interesting stories as we go along. See you next time.